Hey guys, and welcome back to ABC Murders, Agatha Christie's ABC Murders, and we're going to continue with this murder investigation. So let's see if we can talk to this lady. Let's observe her first.
4 pence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4 pence only.
Okay.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
So here's this, an extinguished cigarette, a full ashtray, and box of matches. So we know she's a smoker.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
Yeah. So which means she would have met the victim quite a lot. Ask what her relationship was with the victim. That's what I'm going to ask.
Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Ask nicely to cooperate. I'm not going to accuse her of making fun of me. She may not
Please
work.
try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
Accuse her of lying. Say she went to the tobacco shop. Say the victim came to see her. I'm going to say that because she had the strawberries.
I know that Alice Asher bought strawberries from you yesterday.
Well, you know more than I do then. Run along now. I have work to do.
Because we saw the strawberry bag. So she must be hiding something. Let's see here. Says she runs a fruit and vegetable shop. She smokes. She must have been a customer of the tobacco shop. She's about 50 years old in Andover. And of course we have the niece on our list. What else can we do? We finished all that.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
Okay, so we have to go back in the shop now. Let's go and question Mary Drower. We can hear her crying.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Here's the niece. Let's do an observation first.
Is her grief sincere?
Let's see here. A handkerchief. Lowered eyes. Let's see here. Modest black clothes.
She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Now we can question her.
You're looking at me rather strangely.
Please excuse me, Mademoiselle Drower.
Can we talk to her now? And says ask her about her relationship with her aunt.
You are very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Deduced in here is ask if her aunt had children.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Ask if Alice was afraid of her husband.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Ask if Alice was alright.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Ask her if I had a reason to help her husband.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle.
Okay, so we got lots of information from her.
Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jab says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
So we found out more information. Let's see here. The book. Her aunt was her only family. She remembers that Franz Asher was violent, but he was afraid of his wife. Her aunt gave her husband 5 shillings a week. So that's what we found out there. And then here, find Franz Asher. That's what we have to do. And then the Mind Palace thing, little gray cells. Can we establish the time range during which Miss Asher was killed? And what was Mrs. Asher doing when she was killed? Well, probably smoking. Let's see here. She was taking a pack of cigarettes from the shelf.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
Yep. Let's see if I can do anything with... Can we establish the time range during which Mrs. Asher was killed? Okay. Alice Asher was killed between 5:30 and 11 in the evening. Can we reduce this time range and why? Let's see here. Try to see if there's... We're missing a clue.
I've finished with this subject.
Can I look at anything over here? Oh, he likes to look at himself in the mirror. That's funny. Let's look over here. We never looked over here before.
This interior is very simple.
Modest crockery. An old stove. A simple tap. Oh, looks
Mrs.
like
Asher
her little
lived
kitchen.
very simply.
We already got 2 of 2 there. Maybe I can figure out something here. Let me see if any of these are what go with it. None of that so far. So it must be the clue we're missing that goes there. But I've looked at everything that I can think of. Okay. So we'll leave. So we gotta find the husband. There's the husband.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Maybe the strawberries? Look at what Franz dropped. Franz Asher, about 60 years old in Andover. He was a cabinet maker. He doesn't work at the moment. He's a notorious alcoholic with a violent and aggressive temperament. Look at what he dropped.
A box of new stockings.
I wonder if he was getting that for his wife to, like, apologize for something.
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about our possible debtors and creditors.
Let's look at it.
Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information.
Yep.
Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
So the fruit stand lady didn't want us to know about her knowing the lady because she had debt to her.
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
I wonder what we can do to sober him up. She owed Alice Asher 10 pounds, it says. Find a way to sober up friends.
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
Maybe I go out? Maybe I question the fruit stand lady?
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1, I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France! Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
Okay, so we got more information out of her. It says Alice Asher owed her money. She left some strawberries at the tobacco shop at 6 p.m. She didn't see anyone. Okay. And I want to know... when he went over here... there's this.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
So we got that,
Let us
so now
now
we
try
can...
and get our brand cells to work.
Can we reduce this time range and why? Alice Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6 p.m. This is question Franz Asher. And we have a sobering thing. So we can go in here and sober him up. See what news he has.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Let's talk to him. Well, let's observe him first.
This man is in rather a bad state.
Looks like he's been beaten up. Split lip. Black eye. Like a ripped suit, torn coat sleeve.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
What are you looking at me like that for?
That's what he was doing yesterday evening.
What were you doing yesterday at the time of the crime?
Can't recall.
Come on, my friend. Try to remember. It is important.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't remember a thing.
I see. But maybe you do remember threatening to kill your wife?
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
Asher, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him?
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he's not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Man, we got a lot of information about that. We still have to find who the killer is. Reconstruct the crime's course of events by selecting the action that the killer may have executed. Reconstruction.
The killer enters the shop.
I think he advances.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Ask for?
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
He puts down this.
He then places the ABC on the counter before leaving.
The ABC was not found like that. We are not far from the solution, Hastings. Would you mind if we thought about it a little more?
Belled?
The killer enters the shop.
Advance. I'll try this again.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Because we know he was asking to buy something, that's why he was able to hit her in the head.
The
She
murderer
wouldn't have been looking at
asks
him,
her
she was
for
hitting the
some
back of the
tobacco.
head.
She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
So instead of putting put, we would turn around.
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Good, we have success on that one.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Well, there's nothing more we can do because we can't figure out who the killer is.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
I can look at this.
Daily
Daily
Flicker,
Flicker.
June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
So we got that. After Japp's confirmation, his alibi appears to hold. It says read the letter. Well, first I'm going to look at everything. Make sure that I have...
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
So that's all there is on there. We can walk over here, though. I'm not gonna read the letter just yet. I'm gonna make sure that I see everything just in case after I read the letter it won't let me. So that's the end of the room. We're gonna observe him.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, of course. Ah, some cool hair. It is not the right time.
So it won't let me. So let's go and look at the letter.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
So he's going to have another murder.
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Japp to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
So what do I do? Go here? I guess we go through the door. No?
Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
So what do we do now? Compare the new letter with the first one. Ah. So we put this one here. So we have
Let
to
us
compare.
examine this more closely.
Looks like it was written by a typewriter.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, this I is weird. However, the characters in the two words do not match. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Let us examine the characters in this word. Nothing to report for these characters. Let us examine another
what we can do
word.
here. The I.
Let us examine
No,
the
the
characters
I.
in this word. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Let's see here. Were.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
And is there any W on this one? I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word.
English?
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Huh.
No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine another word.
Trying to find.
The W is not printed properly.
This W is.
I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word.
Oh.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
The small W doesn't show much ink.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, so we have to figure this out. What's special about the Andover murderer? Letter in that? Oh. Trying to figure out. Maybe that. Andover and Alice Asher start with the letter A. Well, he has the ABC murder, so maybe the next one will be B. What can we guess about the next victim? The next victim's name may start with the letter B. Yep.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Chapa. Will explain there.
So our next one is leave Whitehaven. So we'll go over here. No. Go over here. We have a green here. Go to Scotland Yard.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
I think it's going to be the end for part 2. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another part. See you guys next time.